Hello my beautiful people, welcome to my channel. I'm Lifestyle Gardener. These are most of the plants that I grew by seed for Homestead Nature. I brought them outside today because it was warm enough to try to get them used to the temperature. I left them outside for a few hours and then I brought them back inside. There was hardly any space to walk, and I am so surprised how fast some of these plants growed. I really don't remember some of them growing this tall when I grew them before in Ontario. But these one, I don't know what I did, but they growed faster than what I expect to grow. Mainly the peppers and the bitter melon and the eggplant. I never had any of those plants growing so fast, so big. So I winter sowed some of the plants, but some of the seed did not came up, and surprisingly some of the pepper plants that I sowed indoors, some of them didn't came up either. A few weeks ago, we decided to get our camper moved closer to the back of our property, and we were glad with that decision. As you can see, the location where we put it, we're hoping to move the deck and to extend the deck and move it closer to the camper and maybe make a small little outdoor kitchen near our camper. We wanted to do this from last year, but as I can tell you, when it comes to homesteading, sometimes things don't work out the way you want it to work out. My husband decided to start removing the walls inside of the camper, mainly in the bedroom first, and he's going to put new wood and new insulation very soon once we get a chance to do that. He decided to put foam installation, and that is what it looks like so far. Everyone knows it's not easy to be cooking in a small space. So with the sink area, I asked my husband to use one of the leftover plywood and to cut it in the shape of the sink so I can use it for extra working area anytime I need to cook something. And it's also great to hide dirty dishes inside underneath it if you have a surprise guest and you didn't get a chance to wash the dishes before. So most of the garlic survived the winter, and some of them died because we weren't here to maintain the area here. They're like 3 to 4 feet of snow at some times, and when it does get warm enough, the snow did melt, but some of the garlic died off because the snow was so high. It's the first time I tried to grow garlic in Prince Edward Island, but in Ontario I grew garlic at least I think 3 times in Ontario, and the snow never got that bit what it looks like now, but they look even more bigger than that right now. A number one good tip is to always cover your plants until they get big enough to protect them from small animals like the chipmunks or squirrels and birds and rabbits. So that's what I did with these plants here. These are radish, and the other raised bed I planted a whole bunch of different vegetables. In the next video I probably will tell you guys what it is. I also put insect hotel on the garden shed, and this is what it looks like. And my husband also made this ramp. It's so useful to go up and down on it instead of using stairs to go up and down. It's more safer. So we use all scrap wood to make this. So I was happy about that. It didn't cost us any extra money to do that. And as you can see, I started to put flowers and stuff. And this glass here that you see was old glass that I had. So my husband framed it with scrap wood. We're gonna eventually paint the frame, and we're gonna install this in the garden shed. A few of the cardboard, I find a nice fat juicy worm. I'm gonna take this little guy and put it in my compost bin. I'm gonna put some soil on top of them, and that's how I'm gonna make worm casting. So this is my scrap vegetables that I've been saving for a few weeks. I am gonna make compost with it. So this is soil that I had from last year. I am going to pour the compost inside the bin, and then I'm going to use a soil and cover over it to reduce any smell from farming. So this is what the cardboard looks like on the ground so far. I still need to put more there, but I'm using the scrap wood and the log trees to keep down the cardboard until I get a chance to pour the soil on top of the cardboard. And I'm going to extend it a little bit more with more cardboard. I need to bring more cardboard and do that. But the way the log trees are right now, it's not going to exactly look like that. I'm going to change it a little bit, but that's what it looks like for now. So this is SARS that I've been growing in this grow bag for the past 2 years. And I'm showing you guys some of the plants that survive in the winter. That's rose, and that is rose, and that also is rose. And I have some mints that also survive. I'm gonna pot them in this container, and I got some flowers also from the garden center, and this is what the flowers look like in this container. So while I was up planting the petunia, piece of the vine broke off, so I put soil in this pot in the small container. I'm gonna get it to root and create a new plant. So this is what it looked like so far, and that's the SARS. I am going to put them in the ground eventually once I find an area to put them.
We're just putting new locks on our camper. That's very important when you get a new camper.
Show them what so this is what the new locks look like. We have 2 doors, so we have to do the other door, and so this is the old lock, and that's the new one, because this camper is like 30 years old, I think. So after a while the lock's kind of hard to close and open, so we decided to replace it. So that's what we're doing. My husband said it's pretty easy to do it, so he's pleasantly surprised about that. I will have a lot more updates to show you in the near future. Until then, I'll talk to you another day. Bye. Thanks for watching.